All right, we're back on the other side of the earth. Welcome. Sorry, wrong scene. Welcome to the other side. Yeah, I want to do some like Twitter scroll, and have some chat. But for some reasons, everything is just drama. Twitch being asshole. The rice thingy. And what and Ludwig thingy is just covering my entire page. I don't even look at them that much. Well, technically the rice thing I did. It's just that it kind of like find us like really stupid. Yeah, someone's trying to make like a Chernobyl style slash Rust game. Oh, drawing like necklace lace pattern. This kind of stuff is actually pretty hard to draw. And to be honest, I appreciate to have it, but also same times I don't know. Because here's the thing, like if I use this thing, I feel like if people pay me to do it and I use this thing, it kind of like, looks cheap. Not like the brush looks cheap. This is amazing if you use it properly. But the problem is I feel like my work, I kind of like just cheat my work. So yeah, that's the issues. Unreadable text. Ooh. Ah, this again. My brother in Christ, stop posting those stuff. I'm so bored. I don't want to see other things. Oh yeah, my camera. Hold on a little bit. All right, should be okay. Why is the battery level this low? I have no idea why. Okay, let me clean up my screen. Have it calibrated. You know, I have struggled sometimes. Now I realize that if I struggle, I just use 3D model. It's actually pretty fun to use it. The fuck? The fuck? This is this AI or something? Nope. Holy fuck! It's a fucking hover shoe! But I definitely, this thing definitely cannot lift me. A small frame, thin girl, maybe. Not me. Fire hazard. What I think of this? Fire hazard. Simple fire hazard. I need to share this. Ooh, booba. I know. Actually, when it comes to like making like pixel art, like we have a very different kind of like thought process when we make it. Pixel art is very hard to make, you know. So doing something like that is much more easier that way. Ooh. Yeah, this is a rough one. It's not even animatic. This is just rough animations. Final shots. To be honest, I really like how Tatsumaki's design is. They then went like really over like on Tatsumaki design when it comes to it. Every single time I see that scene, I was like, "Is that even allowed?" Oh no! I got PTSD seeing that shit. Since when Scoocha have like a big ass booba? She has no booba, sadly. It might be a very loud opinion, but yeah, she might not have booba. Since when disable chat and stream? That's weird. Wait, I didn't even finish the stream. Like, what happened? Yeah, it's a little bit weird. I got some like weird bugs going on in my streaming thingy. Hold on, I have to open that particular stream myself. If that's the case, I need to double check quite a lot of stuff. Da 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 da. Line betting, notifications, recording, date and locations. This is why I disabled chat in this live stream. I didn't do it. That's weird. Very weird. Well, anyway. My back. Man, like this past few days, like lots of people just want to comment on my comment. Yay! All right, let's continue. Yep. What happened? Hold on. Yeah. Do a little bit of setting, a little bit this, a little bit that. Yeah, I think it should be okay now. Actually, I kind of like it. Ooh. Yeah, this guy is actually really, really good at doing a reflective, like kind of like drawing. I'm actually very impressed every single time I see any of the drawing. And man, the detail. I would not have the ability to draw such detail into anything. Be careful what you wish for. I didn't hide my stream. I did say I moved my stream to other stream. You can literally go to my channel and then see like there's like 3 stream already been scheduled. Man, looking at this. You can see like this frame one is like he gradually chase onto him. You can see the feet actually increase speed. This one is basically passively increasing. This one is you can see his feet like the speed pick up the moment he start like gaining on speed. Man, I love the detail. Yeah, I think top is way more better than like bottom one, but it's so subtle that nobody would actually notice. Even if you just the only way you notice is like they put something like this you can compare to. You can't really like see this happen. It does makes people much more appreciate like stuff like this. Basically, animations is always like about like the subtle detail that we put lots of effort to, and nobody will actually notice. But when we do something bad, then it is actually just like a glowing shit that people can actually see like very very fucking clearly. Oh yeah, I need to like, start my Discord again. Great room. I say like to be honest, when it comes to a lot of AI stuff, I don't mind some of the thing they have. I only have issues with people that taking advantage of AI. If you don't know what I'm talking about, like taking advantage of AI, I can like show you this particular video. This way you understand my stance for AI is like the tool itself. I'm fine with it. It's the fucker who use it. um, let me try to find this. I've been watching lots of YouTube videos, so like it might take some time to look back to my history. Did I just ran into Infinite Tsukiyomi? I keep scrolling. I see like the thing I just watched yesterday 3 times. And then now it's starting to actually go normally. YouTube, what happened? Oh, yeah, I have to like, hold on. I have a lot of things to do at the same times. Setting, erase. Here it hangs out the room. 8 people. I can't deal with more than 8 people, to be honest. I can only chat with so many people. I'm those kind of people called like the pseudo alpha persons. Is like I kind of like will have that alpha energy when I'm like in a small group, be the guy who like take the lead and everything. Most of the time, I kind of forced to do that. Um, but the moment there's a guy who willing to take charge, I will immediately stay silent and then stand behind the scene, not doing anything. Just watch the show. I'm that kind of person. Okay, now keep seeking like the video that I want to talk about. And I keep scrolling quite low. I watch a lot of bullshit in the internet. Never heard that game before. Technically, I've been like so neglectful in the like the indie game industry for so long, and the script IO stuff. I have a lot of things that I don't know. Yes, this one. Oops. Yeah, we can talk about this one since
This
you
is
don't
an
like AI
artist
art.
who has apparently made 800 and
Now, here's the thing. This is some things that I fucking hate the most. While a lot of people is a struggling artist, and then there's like this AI bro using like AI to sell art in Etsy, and then get like this fucking much money.
$50,000 selling their art on Etsy, but none of their art is in fact real.
Come with me as I show you how I make money selling AI art for a living.
Let me
Even
show
do
you how to make
fucking tutorial in
$1,000 in the
TikTok.
next 7 days using AI art.
Want AI to help you make money while being creative? Let me show you a little secret.
And now all of a sudden there's an influx of people who claim to be selling drawings, paintings, starting online shops or taking commissions, but it all turns out that they are all fake artists, which made made me wonder, how much money do fake artists make scamming people in the art community? Because the thing about fake artists that I don't understand is they keep coming back even after getting reported, called out, and cancelled. Why? I mean, there has to be a genuine reason why the number of fake artists has quadrupled over the span of a couple of months. Either they enjoy pissing the art community off.
You know what? I have this particular scene I can use. So, thank you for the sharing. Hold on a little bit. I need to open this thing up. Hey, why is the screen so small now? Enlarged. Okay, good.
Or they're possibly making money from faking art.
Yeah,
But how?
666
Now,
up.
according
I
to a
loved it.
survey I conducted personally in my own private domicile,
What?
where
I'm
I
not
will
Christian.
Not be
It doesn't
harassed,
affect
real
me.
artists or regular art.
You know, I would find this like really, really funny. You know, like we in Chinese cultures they have their own vampire, and then like in Christian culture have their own vampire. So that particular vampire on Christian culture afraid of the fucking cross, and Malaysian Chinese vampire actually hate fucking like salt and rice. and but they both have one thing they're afraid of, fucking garlic. Man, garlic is the universal pest controller. I'm not even kidding. Garlic is actually very good for like antibacterial. So yeah. If you have like some inflammations, you can make some like honey garlic. You can try to drink it. It kind of helps, but that is like ancient time remedy, so it's not as effective as like a gosh dang like a gosh dang pill that can just settle in like a few days. But yeah, it does help.
Just make their money through one or many ways.
Where was I again? Yes.
Harassed. I conducted personally in my own private domicile where I will not be harassed. Real artists or regular artists make their money through one or many ways, which may include but are not limited to selling prints
I
or
will
other
try my
forms of
best to say
merchandise through an
noise. If you
online
manage to
shop,
see it first,
creating and
you
then
can do a
selling
screen cap.
digital products, which could be brushes, courses, ebooks, etc. Taking commissions by providing value in the form of art in exchange for monetary compensation. Never exposure. And also through monthly membership models like Patreon, Ko-fi, OnlyFans. Are there any artists who use OnlyFans as a membership model? Just indicate by raising your hand if you're an artist that happens to fall under that.
Well, I guess if you do a lot of not safe for work, maybe OnlyFans works. Aside from that, I don't think so.
That category. Selling prints and paintings through art galleries and exhibitions, becoming a silly art YouTuber like me, the list is endless. There are many different ways artists could potentially make money through their art, but fake artists have infiltrated every single one of these income streams I listed and are competing with artists trying to hijack their earnings using AI generated images and horrible AI art. Now, if you were an unassuming person who just moved into a new house or apartment and we're looking to improve your
again, I'm fine with AI art stuff, but man, it's just the people who use it is just a scum of the earth. I don't know why.
Interior design skills by using your home as your first model, you will ordinarily want to invest in some fine pieces of furniture, some plants if that's your thing, and of course, art prints. So you'll come over to Etsy and try to find some nice art prints to buy from artists or even commission them to make something unique that will potentially bring your home to life. But you will run into a small problem. A large number of art on Etsy is fake. Now apparently it seems there is a trend on Etsy where people pretend to be artists and are using Etsy to sell art which they create using AI and then ship off to whoever makes a purchase.
Here's a side hustle you can do without even needing to leave your couch couch, I was scrolling Etsy and saw these travel posters and thought,
that is definitely AI.
which means I can make some money. I started coding and I built this tool which automatically generated travel posters for me with AI, looks it up professionally and posts it to Etsy automatically. I've been using this tool for the past 30 days and my store has made over
£2,218.
and now it pays my rent for me.
These fake artists have turned this income stream
Also, hi there, Mustachio Yoshi.
into yet another get-rich-quick scheme, calling it a side hustle and labeling it as one of the fastest ways of making thousands of dollars by selling fake art and literally scamming people who fall for it. Some of these fake artists post videos showing how they create their accounts and even reveal the techniques and programs they use to create these images, encouraging other people to follow.
Yeah, like, here's the thing. We are ingrained in a little bit into the art community, so we can spot that shit. But not lots of normal people would spot that shit. Like, again, like, if some, like, normal people just want to use it for fun, I'm fine with it. Maybe, like, there's some, like, new technology that can assist you on the drawing. Like, then I'm also fine with it. Like, 3D modeling, I'm with that. And then, like, latest, like, there's, like, new technologies that help you to do the topology stuff. Make it, like, easy to do, like, retopologies, which is a godsend for me. When I see that, yeah, that is what we call a good use of AI. But the problem is lots of people like are really misusing the AI stuff and just pretend to be an artist. That one kind of pissed me off. Again, AI I'm not against like those things, but I really against it is just how people using it and how people treating it and how company trying to think they're smart and then taking advantage of it
In their footsteps and assuring them that duping people and manipulating them into paying for AI art is a legitimate way of earning a quick buck online, and these other people are sadly buying it. This person has made several videos explaining how you don't need an artistic background to make money off of AI art and teaching his audience of
Like, here's the thing, like, all these TikTok people think they are fucking smart. They are teaching you how to do crime. Essentially, like, scamming people. Like, how to be a con artist in live, in TikTok, captured in fucking 4K. I don't even know how TikTok let them, like, keep having a career like this.
people how to make stores similar to his own. According
Like, people might think that this is not a scam, but still, you putting AI art without disclosing it's AI art and then tell them you made it. If that is not a scam, what it is? Yeah, what it is.
to him, this is a normal, ethical way of making money online and doesn't harm or affect artists in any way, because apparently people who are looking to buy art from Etsy really don't care how the art is made, since they're only looking for the cheapest and affordable art they can find.
Do I need to tell buyers that it's AI generated? Here's what's genius about this. The people that are shopping on Etsy right now for art want affordable art. They're not wanting to spend hundreds of dollars on art pieces for their home. When they see
that's
a
the reality of
$20 art
situations.
print that looks amazing to them, they don't care how it was made because they're already shopping on Etsy for affordable art in the first place. So be transparent. You can add AI assisted creation to your listing and then watch how little that it actually affects your sales. I've tested this, and from what I've learned, the disclosure actually increases trust and conversions. So don't be afraid to mention that you used AI to assist you in creating the art print. Second question is, can I copyright my art? And this is actually
Oh, this is some things that I do want to laugh at too, like the way that people get fired because of AI and then they have to rehire them. YouTube does that too. Like, I think I talked about this before with like Mute, but I can tell you this. Like, do you guys know why YouTube has such a bad reputation and like the flagging system at the moment? Not just at the moment, it has been like past few years. Because they hired an AI company that use their AI like checking algorithm, this and that, other stuff. Technically, like Twitch and YouTube share the same company, so this is why they kind of like got like that adjacent ban. They kind of share the data together, like the banning data. Either way, so because of that, like the flagging system of this and that, other stuff is all handled by AI. So AI will read it, AI will check your like voice, you know, like the sound wave and stuff, and then your image, this and that, and then they will flag you, like make it like you know, the yellow sign, this and that, other stuff, the copyright claim, all those kind of things like automatically. Here's a problem. They thought AI solved most of their issues. They fired almost 90% of their like staff from this past 5 years, like accumulatively. If you want to say like how active they were having back then, like YouTube, like most of like the YouTube support staff has been fired. Like 90% of them got fired. Because they thought like AI actually will lighten their load, so they fired everyone so they don't have like a lots of redundant jobs, like Twitch does. But the problem is the AI keep falsely flagging a lot of people. So no matter how many times like people like getting false flagged, the only way you can do it is go to social media and do the at YouTube support thing. It actually kind of like over bloated this like the human like support working system, because they only got basically just a skeleton crew to run the entire world, not just a country, the entire world. And the irony of that is because the AI keep falsely flag them, they get even more job have to work with, because like all the false flag they have to now check it themselves. So the process become much more harder for them. Basically, back then when they have like enough workforce, they would be like maybe one guy check like 100 video. Now is one guy need to check like 5,000 video. And they are trying to hire back those people, but it's kind of like too late. They are slowly trying to building back. This is why like the flagging system, like people like can like just keep shout YouTube support nowadays. They still kind of like get like more support than used to, but still barely recovering like most of like the workforce power they have on this particular issues. And they still insist, like Google still insists on the AI would just get improved by time, so they still refuse to hire more people to kind of like work with. So I feel really bad for YouTube support have to deal with these issues, because of like Google just insistent on like AI will do a better job. And then in the future, now they are a little bit kings for maybe like 6-7 years already, and they keep promising the people is like they will get better soon. People are just getting false flag even more these days. So yeah. And YouTube support basically gave up. There's a lot of false flag people basically just cannot get their false flag away just because of that. Like one of the example is like the Vtuber clipper. They all having issues just because of that.
An advantage. I don't really care about copywriting my art because I know it took me minutes to make. While traditional artists spend hours on one piece, you can create an entire collection in minutes. And real artists don't get triggered because people that want real art aren't searching for it on Etsy. You write the prompts, and as long as you
I really want to punch this guy. I don't know why.
You own the rights.
But
can I develop a skill that my fist can go through a screen?
Keeping that thought in mind, why now do I run into videos like this where people talk about getting scammed on Etsy after assuming the art they were paying for was actually made by an artist?
I've been bloody scammed on Etsy. I ordered a digital portrait on Etsy, and I thought that I was paying an artist willing to hand make it.
And also, I do not understand how kids always like these days, like they just complain everything like using TikTok. I guess like this is like a lazy version of like Twitter at this point, Reddit and Twitters, because back in the days people just like write a bunch of essay either in Twitter, Longers, or like in Reddit. Nowadays people just like open a camera, record it, complain about it, done. Especially on TikTok.
This is the one that I bought, but at the time I paid 26. I gave them £26. When I received my drawing, I thought that it was really cute. Like, wow, so cute. I love it. Yeah. And I was like, whoa, this is super cute. And then I made it my TikTok profile picture. And within an hour, I had several people say like, is this AI? Why have you changed your profile picture to AI? And I was like, this is not AI. This is handmade. Because I don't know what AI art looks like. I did not know what AI artwork looked like before this. Anyway, then I made a video about that, and that got even more people saying this is definitely AI artwork. And then I ran it through the AI art scanner thingies, and it comes back like 100% AI, 99% AI. And then I've got loads of comments saying this is AI. What's going on here?
Especially this particular one. I was like, what was it? What was it? What was it?
I made this myself. He's blimmin' lies. Can I have my money back? I'm really sad. And then he says, this is AI. What's going on?
No matter how I see, okay, AI have like this like distinguished look. As an artist, I can see it very clearly. As people who order art, they can also see it clearly. But I think like most people would actually spot this and they know it's AI, right? Like no human that would draw decents that have bad anatomy skill, like really bad anatomy skill. Like look at this fucking pigeon. The wing is just weird. Either you are so super fucking lazy, you have like a very detailed pigeon earring, okay? You have a very detailed pigeon earring, but you can't draw a fucking pigeon in this size.
On here. So then I file a complaint with the guy and I say, hey, I think this artwork is AI. Can I have my money back? I'm really sad. And then he says, this is handmade. I made this myself. He's blimmin' lying. He's blimmin' lying. No, he's blimmin' lying to me. He's blimmin' lying to me. I think you are allowed to sell AI
What kind of
artwork
language
on
is she
Etsy, but it
using?
has to be made
lying.
clear in the description or something that it's AI. Whereas
I'm not a European person, so I don't
is
know.
saying that they're making this shit themselves. And then I went and did some research and I went on their page and they've got other pictures that look so obviously AI generated. What is going on here? What is this? I did not know what pictures that look so obviously AI generated. What is going
Well, I can't say you don't want to buy this, like hang it in your house. People come in here, even though it's AI. If you just hang this in your house, people just come in here. You can have conversations. I say again, like it's bullshit. Obviously, yes, I can see why people buy it too.
on here? What is this? I did not know what AI artwork looked like before this, and honestly, I still don't know. But everyone keeps telling me this is AI, and this guy is saying this is not AI. Oh, but like, if this is AI, this guy is scamming a lot of people because they're super expensive, and he's not stated anywhere like this is AI generated art. I'm not hand making it. In fact, he's lied. In fact, he said directly this is handmade. But I don't think it is. Do you think it is? Or is it handmade and I've been really mean to him? Or is he an absolute scammer who needs to be taken off the platform because he's done this to over 1,400 people?
A lot of people, including artists, have spoken out about this influx of AI art on Etsy.
Pinterest already
expressed
gone.
their concerns
Now
with
Etsy is
calling
getting
them
big
out
too.
for not having a standard policy regarding the use and sale of AI art on their platform, which I decided to fact check if this is true, since most platforms usually have it in their FAQ or document that states their policy on the use of AI on their platform. And I found this post from July 2024 on Etsy's website that discloses their stance on AI on their platform, and they also put a 3-minute reader disclaimer on the side, so you already know we're going to be here for a while. But don't worry, I saved you the time and read through it already, so here are the key takeaways from the article. Etsy doesn't give a shit. We recognize that many tools used by our sellers today, such as photo editing software, increasingly include AI capabilities that can enhance the creative process and open new artistic possibilities.
Obviously, they are earning lots of money from it.
When artists use these AI tools, they still make creative decisions and excuse me? They still make creative decisions and contributions to guide the AI they still make creative decisions and contributions to guide the AI and carefully curate the output to produce unique finished.
Okay, to be fair, you can do that with writing, but not fucking art, okay? I tried to use those things before. It's impossible to guide them. They are so fucking dumb. Like, sometimes I'm not really confident at my writing skills, so sometimes I do some writing for fun. If you guys don't know, like, I write. Back in the days, I have this concept of like writing some sort of like web novel in my Discord, so like people can read stuff like that. But I'm not really confident at like my skills, so I use like ChatGPT to correct the grammar after I finish writing. So sometimes they will like cut out content, cut out some of the content while like correcting the grammar, those kind of stuff. I have to like keep rereading a lot of stuff. Hey, you removed this part, add this part back. Hey, you did this, you did that, and then sometimes I take everything again and then rewrite it, and with like the more complete grammars they put in it, as rewrite everything, and then like have to like put it in again, correct my grammar again with context, and then they correct some of the grammars, and then with context, and that's how I do it. So if it's for writing, I can see like how this thing works. But if it's for art, you keep adjusting prompt only. The AI is just fucking dumb for generative AI art. So you can't really do anything like that thing. This thing like Etsy boss just said. The statement he just said. It's just complete bullshit.
Works for sale. The amount of contradiction and hypocrisy in just this first paragraph is genuinely baffling to me. I never thought I'll see a sentence.
Yeah, this is written by a guy who never used AI before. That's the thing. I use it just to understand it. And I can tell you one thing. The generative art thing, not well. Not good enough to even use it as a tool. Use it for fun? Yeah. Use it as a tool? No.
Glamorizing artists using AI tools, because when they do so, they'll still be somehow making creative decisions. Maybe whoever wrote this article must have been living under a rock, because last time I checked, artists were and are still revolting against these AI tools. So tell me, which artist is it again you said is making creative decisions using AI? Oh, there's still more. We believe this decision aligns with our values of supporting artists through the evolution of art. However, we also understand there are important ongoing conversations regarding the training of AI models, including ethical questions about the use of copyrighted works and concerns about mitigating bias and negative environmental impacts. I'm still confused how any of this is supporting artists in the...
Again, he's fighting lapping accusation, and like some of the point that some people would just try their best to claw that shit out to win an argument. He's just trying to fight those things. He's seen like you basically just scour through Twitters how people like argue against like AI, and he just cover those points only. For me, again, I'm not exactly a defender of AI, but I find like some of the point people defend not defend, like going against people who defend AI, a little bit pointless. Especially like the harming the environmental part. It's more like, again, I'm not saying that I'm just going to defend AI here and there, but I'm going to say your point doesn't make a point. The harming environmental part actually doesn't really does that much, to be honest. Is like the only thing, like when they say like harm environment, like what kind of harm environment? Most of the time they would just find like they use a lot of water. Not a lot of water drinkable, they use a lot of undrinkable water. Okay? And here's another thing. AI server is a highly concentrated piece of technology in one spot. Okay? So when it comes to pollutions and everything and creation of it, obviously you can see a very hot mark in that particular area. But in reality, the phone you are watching me on, the screen that you're watching me on, the phone that you personally using, the alarm clock, the computers, and every single piece of technologies that being created create way more pollutions than AI does. Sadly, I'm going to say this. If people really want to be like environmental friendly, they should stop lapping against this point, drop your phone, throw it away, not using any technologies anymore. Because it's like the small things actually way more like boiling the frog like slowly kind of situations. Every single piece of technology we have here create pollutions when it was created. It have a certain level of pollutions. Even you decided to go to a fucking forest and build a cabin to live in. There's a lot of people does that shit too. Like imagine like you just like start to chop off the gosh dang forest like to build like a shit tons of cabin. You are this deforestations at that point. So there's sometimes some point have no point. Okay, you win, but also same time your point have no point. Yes, they should say something like that too. And that's the best way we can say is like either we should make more like recyclable technologies, not one-time use technologies. The one that I hated the most as technologies exist, okay? AI still is kind of recyclable, okay? The server and shit. One thing that you should like people that like complain about AI technologies is like bad for the environment. They should actually know this one thing. That's like this really fucking annoying technologies outside the world right now. Disposable electronic, disposable phone, disposable fucking power bank, disposable e-cigarettes, disposable this, disposable that. All is plastic. Plastic, lithium, copper, all those things are in there. They make it fucking disposable. I used to be some sort of like environmental fighter like when I was young, actually. So this is why I know so much about this kind of things, and I also know the inevitability of fighting against it. Like, I'm not those kind of people who will decide to go sit in a fucking road, do nothing about it, risk your fucking life to block people, go to hospital. I'm not those kind of people who will go to like an art museum for no reason, tossing paint everywhere. It's fucking useless. If those people really want to risk their fucking life and like they're costing people like millions of dollars, okay, you better actually go work your ass off, donate into a proper cause that actually trying to create a proper recyclable technologies, or start a LLC that will like go to different like phone manufacturing factories, this and that other stuff, like give them a service. I will put on a fucking filters into your like things that you dispose into a fucking lake for free, doing a lot of free service for those factories. Those factories will happily accept you. The reason that we have a lot of filtering technologies but a lot of factory doesn't use it because it takes monies to maintain them. So if you do that for free, you essentially help the environment. Yes, you work yourself to death for that, but it's better than like risking your fucking life on a fucking road for no reasons that you didn't provide anything at all, aside from blocking someone go from point A to point B. You get the idea, right? You get how stupid those guys is, right? I know I kind of like hurting a lot saying that, but still. I have a fucking point when I say this kind of things because I've been there. There's a lot of things that actually works. It didn't work because it didn't apply on society a lot because a lot of people are iffy about it. If you have a lot of green technologies, you know what? You guys should actually build a gosh dang green cities and make it work. Prove the point that it works. People can live that way. And then you know what? And create a city, earn money from that city, and then give those money as a sponsor for people to make more of those cities. And people who want to change and adapt, give them the money so they can change and adapt into such a living style. Yeah. That is the best way to do it. And it's definitely going to be very hard, but it's way more fucking effective than trying your best to sit in the fucking road and holding like some sort of gosh dang banner in low ground. People can't even see it when they're driving through it.
Eyes of Etsy. This is literally handicapping artists, reducing the barrier to entry, because now literally anyone can make a fake drawing of an anime character and then sell prints of it. And then they're also increasing the competition for real artists who are genuinely just trying to make a living from Etsy. Apparently the only thing they don't condone is selling the prompts used in generating the artwork, because somehow that's more unethical than selling AI art. And also because selling prompts without the finished product undermines the value of the artist's creative inputs. Whose bright idea was it to come up with this magnificent piece of fine literature? I need to have a bit of whatever it is they're having, because it must be the good stuff. There's no way you can tell me a normal person sat down to write this without laughing all the way through it. The hypocrisy is just unbelievable at this point.
Not gonna lie, I thought people were exaggerating with the whole Etsy is just not the same anymore, until I went on Etsy to like make your own shop. And then if you look down, so when you list what items you sell, one of the options for how you made your item is an AI generator. This whole time, I thought Etsy just didn't realize how much AI stuff was on their site because they couldn't tell. Not that it's actually an option endorsed. Etsy is a marketplace for handmade and vintage items. It emphasizes on the selling of homemade or vintage items. Bro, in what world is AI art vintage or homemade? This like genuinely shouldn't be allowed on Etsy. It's like against the fundamental of what Etsy's items are.
Much to my non-surprise, everyone was completely disappointed with Etsy and calling them out for their stance on AI, saying Etsy died a long time ago and asking for an option so they can filter out the non-AI images. Someone also mentioned in the comments that the CEO of Etsy was heavily pro-AI, which explains the wide acceptance of AI on their platform, and the funny article explaining their stance on using AI on their platform. Speaking about funny articles in videos, if you enjoy videos like this and want to watch more, you should subscribe. I post weekly, and we also have a Discord server where we talk with each other, share memes, good looking art, and generally have a good time. The link is in the description. Selling digital products, which also happens to be one of the major income streams for artists, has also been infiltrated by fake artists selling what appears to be digital AI brushes for making art. That sounded rather stupid. Wait, is that really in the script? This is real. Back in my day, you had to wait for an artist to release their brush sets before you can get access to high quality texture brushes for painting. Now we have people using AI to sell brushes. What is this world turned into? Where did we go wrong? My good friend Boo Boo Sanchan stumbled on an account on Instagram that claimed to sell the best digital art brushes for Procreate, Photoshop, and Clip Studio paints for almost $200. But since they were feeling rather kind-hearted, they were offering it at a discount of $60. Boo Boo Sanchan also noticed the art on the cover of the brush pack looked like an AI generated image, but for some reason they had stated no form of AI was used in their work with this no AI label on the cover. They also have several videos of them using these brushes on their Instagram account, and you can clearly tell by looking at some of the videos that quite a few, if not all of these brushes were made using AI. This brush set they have, which is of the mouth in different positions, clearly looks to have been made using AI. You can see how this has little to no line weight at all and basically no soul in the drawing. They also seem to be drawing over AI images in some of their videos, which is just a major red flag. Now let's do some quick maths here. I know you're all artists, and the thought of doing math is one of the reasons why you ended up doing art in the first place, but stay with me here. If this person is selling their bundle of brushes for $60 and then happens to sell 6, they would have made $360. If they sell 20 brushes, that's $1,200. But if they somehow sold 50 copies of their fake AI brush collection, that would have backed them a whopping 3,000 big American buffos. Now I see why there are so many fake artists. This literally requires the barest minimum effort to make a crappy product and just start promoting it across the internet. This is just sad. If you actually want to support a good artist that genuinely has good brushes, just patronize Ramon Nunes. He literally has some of the best textured brushes that he uses for his art alongside some really good tutorials you can learn from. Bubu Senchan even has an amazing set of brushes for manga and webtoon artists, and she painstakingly drew every single one by hand. She also has a course as well teaching you how to improve your drawings and sharing tips for artists who want to make similar style of art as she does. I'll leave links in the description for any of these resources so you can all just check them out and patronize them instead of just supporting any of this AI crap. But out of all of these AI art scams, the next one is the one that shocked me the most, and it also happens to be one of the most important income streams for artists, and that is taking art commissions.
So like hypothetically, if you commission art and they use AI and you paid for it, what are you supposed to do? Because I commissioned art this morning. I was very, very excited, and I didn't really think much of it until I showed it to people, and literally every single person I know in real life told me, hey, this is AI, whether or not it's photo bashed and then illustrated over, or it's just straight up AI. And then they showed me other images by the artist, and they were like, hey, this is AI. Like they have different art styles, and I don't know what to do. Not confrontational, so I don't want to ask for my money back, but at the same time, I feel like I wouldn't have commissioned it if I knew that was going to be the case. I don't know what to do. I'm just sad.
This is just genuinely sad and annoying at the same time. Paying an artist for a commission only for them to send you an image that looks like AI without your knowledge at all is probably the worst feeling ever. The commissioner basically trusted you to deliver a drawing you made with your own hands based off of what they saw in your portfolio, and you basically betrayed their trust, especially when the person genuinely supports you and really doesn't know about art and can't tell the difference between real art and AI art. Isn't the right thing to do just telling them that you use AI to make art so they should know what they're expecting from you? Or at least put a disclaimer somewhere that states that your drawings are made with AI instead of parading
Speaking about
yourself
photo bash. This is a very old art, 5 years ago. But back then when I look at this, I was like so amazed that a few coupling, okay, literally just a few coupling, managed to like just from copy and paste lots of stuff like bits and part, have some drawings on it, just using them as part, you can do something like this. By just adding some additional lighting, some extra line. I was like, holy heck! This is creativity of humans, okay? This is the era before AI art is a thing. This is what we can do.
As a regular artist, just manipulating people and scamming them of their hard-earned pennies. Apparently, the fake artist took 8 days to make the image, and the commission ended up costing over $100. Everyone felt sorry for the commissioner and advised them to seek a refund since they couldn't use the image and no longer had any need for it.
There's no way this thing can be real, because if so, I swear to God. So this person is happy to announce that they are opening their commissions as a talented AI artist. First of all, that just says it all for me. How is one talented AI? That's like me saying I'm a talented chef because
Talented AI artist. Talented AI artist. The amount of aneurysm I'm having right now. I'm not the best artist in the world, but I can definitely say like there's no talented AI artists in this world, okay? Like generative AI is just games, okay?
or a burger with extra pickles at McDonald's. That is not how it works.
Yeah, basically, this guy have the best way to say it. I order customized burger with extra sauce on it, and then I call myself a burger. I call myself the most best burger maker in the world.
And then their prices start at 100. Starting at 100 for someone to just write a prompt in. Like, dude, that is insane. Like, I'm an artist myself, and I'm just gonna show you a little breakdown of how I do commissions. So, someone recently commissioned me to make themselves as a rubber duck. This didn't take me too long. It took me about 2 hours. I work at like 20 per hour, so yeah, you're able to do the maths pretty simply from there. So just to help visualize that, this is something I've spent about 5 hours on. And yeah, guess what? It's still far from being done, but like this is about 5 hours worth of actual work. So if you're telling me like a prompt is somehow like equivalent to like this much effort, like I'm sorry, your opinion does not mean anything to me. Then there's just like the level of skill issue to have someone else do AI art for you. Like I'm sorry, do you need someone else to help you swallow, help you breathe, like just help you with basic functions? Like, good God.
This AI for commission scam is even more rampant on TikTok and Twitter, and a lot of people fall for this scam because for the most part, they had no idea it was AI and thought the artist was actually making drawings and only find out it's AI when they share the commissioned drawing. And then people start pointing out elements in the drawing a normal artist will see because, well, we make our own art, obviously. So it's pretty easy to notice little things in the drawing that are clearly not mistakes.
Yeah. The problem is, like, not a lot of people can notice this kind of stuff. Hi there, Sketching Cat. Oh, yeah, totally forgot about this thing. I completely forgot about this. Art commission is basically you know, I have a profile pictures. I have this OC I sketch out. I want a profile pictures to be made, but I know my art skill kind of like not the best at the moment. So you can like, or like you're too busy to draw something else, so you can just like ask people to draw it for you. That is like art commissions. You're ordering stuff from people, and then you pay them money, and then they will like draw it for you. Sometimes when it comes to like you are like content creators, you need to make you are too busy like editing your own video, but you don't have time to make a thumbnail, so you can commission someone else to make a thumbnail for you. Or you are too busy to on making the thumbnail, so you will commission someone to edit the video for you, something like that. Or you don't have a skill to make a thumbnail, you can also like commission other people to make a thumbnail for you. Different creator, different like artists do like different things, so like you can commission them to do like various other things. I work in VGen, so like you can go to scroll in VGen or go to my VGen site profile to kind of like see what kind of like service I offer, and then you'll be like, hey, you do this, I'll commission you to do this for me then. Yeah, something like that. Alright, mute. Wish you luck on doing anything you want. Well, depends on a lot of people. Like, if you have a really ridiculously good art skill, yeah, you should actually monetize a little bit. Like, even like it doesn't like, even though it doesn't kind of like, you know, you don't really need the money. You are fucking rich for some reasons. Sorry for my language if you're a kid. So if you are really rich, you don't mind like not earning money. It's fine. You know, fan art exists for reasons. Okay, a lot of people can make a fan art, this and that other stuff, for free. It's kind of still good. But if you ever be like, you know what, I need some reward. If I do something like I spend like 3 days on drawing, I need some reward. But I don't want to charge people like so expensive to a point like $100, so they can't buy anything. So you can like just charge them $100, but give them a discount to maybe just like $10 only. I give them a 90% discount, something like that. Here's the thing about like art commission stuff. A lot of art commission artists, you know, the artists that do the drawing, they also have your same circumstances. They'd be like, you know what, I don't need to earn that much money. I like drawing. I can even draw it for free, but at least I need to like it would be like it would be good that every single time I draw, I got enough money that I can go and eat a burger as a celebrations. So you charge a tiny little bit of money, but your base price is like $10. While like your art qualities is mostly like those people who charge like $100. That's just a scenario. Then you kind of like ruin the market that way. It's best that you still charge, even if you want to do that, you go and find anyone who's similar with your quality with a reasonable pricing. That's like, oh, that guy actually is not doing it for fun. He's like, oh, he have rent to pay. He have food to buy to eat, else he's going to die. So he charged people like $45 on the lower end side, and then you decide to charge like undercharge like people like $10. People is just going to go to you more than that guy, right? And then like even people like go to buy from that guy, they will complain like, why this guy, that guy taking like $10? He's surviving. Why aren't you surviving? You can take $10. I believe you. And then they'd be like, there's so many things I can explain on this kind of things. It's basically like electricity bill is a thing, okay? Food is a thing. You have to survive for a day, for the next day to keep drawing. That's the thing, okay? If one lightning strike kill the computers, if you don't save money from like, if you're just barely earning money, then if a lightning strike kills your computers, you can't draw anymore. That's another issue, all right? So like a lot of people need to earn some money. So if you want to charge low, it's fine. But if you find like some low end people with your similar skill charging like 45 ringgit, $45, you can charge them $45, but give them a discount enough to just $5 or something. Okay, this way they still can pay you affordably, and then you get some money, and then you can buy McDonald's or something from that work you just do. Once you finish it, you'll be like, hey, I earned $5. What I'm gonna do? McDonald's. Or I'm just going to buy like 3 McFlurry and just eat all the McFlurry. One Oreo, one M&M, and then one like the special version of it. Like whatever like event they're running. How long have you been on YouTube? Actually, I've been YouTube. I'm 30 years old. Just going to say I've been in YouTube for a very, very long time. But as for streaming, I've been streaming for like 12 years. More than 12 years, actually. Yeah, if you think about like, then why aren't you big? And then I'm going to say like, I know. Nah, it's just that I started to become a VTuber for like this past 3, almost 4 years at this point. So like it does like take some time to build up, especially for male VTubers. We have a little bit difficulty, something called like male VTuber debuff. Generally, especially if you try to target like VTuber culture people, usually people would watch female VTubers rather than male VTubers most of the time. Like if you give them a choice. So that way you would get like some sort of like lesser people coming to watch you, this and that, other stuff, you know. Just a starter, and then I take a look at your, and then I take a look at your subscriber, like at 50K. I'll be like, I'm a failure. Nah, it's just again, I don't make like video content that much. YouTube mainly is for video content. It's not for streaming. Most of my viewer and my subscriptions is come from streaming. So again, not lots of people watch that. This is why my YouTube growth is like super slow. I've been trying to like edit more video right now. So like it's kind of like take some times. I'm going to make more video in the future. Actually, I've been making like a few type of like shorts video that hold on a bit. Let me try to like find this. Okay, go to YouTube Studio. I'm not those kind of guy that hide this kind of like statistic stuff. So yeah, let me hop to different scene on my horizontal stream. Actually, I stream in like both sides, a horizontal scene and then a vertical scene. If you think vertical scene is like too small for you to see, you can go to find my other like horizontal scene and then go and watch it from there. So again, this is my analytics stuff. Ooh, I got one more subscription numbers to actually get the 69. Someone sub me so I can get 69. So I can actually come on. I need to screenshot that. You know what? I can just do this. See live count. Yeah, live count. But either way, let me show some of my. Yeah, I don't do a lot of video content. Even I post my video, it doesn't really go through like 100 that much, unless I go to shorts. Shorts actually, I got like way more. Like this particular one. Like I say again, there's a reason a lot of people doing like trend chasing. And why does the gosh dang video over there blocking my stuff? Hold on a bit. My horizontal view got blocked. Sorry about that. It only works on horizontal view. If you really want to use a TTS, you have to go to my other stream to actually like do that. I have to close this thing down. Yes. Almost 69. Hi there, official. Doc Toby. Sorry, I used the wrong voice. What kind of voice I was using when I say Doc Toby? Oh yes. Hi there, official Doc Toby. Hi there. Oop. Not 69 yet. Yeah, suddenly jump 2 number, it will ruin. You guys have to be very, very like careful on the sub part. You forgot the S, Angel. Oh! Quick! Aha! Ta-da! Okay, I get that thing. The funny number has achieved. Oh no! Did I? Too bad. Like my I go and take a look at my horizontal my TTS thingy. My TTS thingy show like they actually detecting the vertical stream this time, not the horizontal stream. Most of the time it actually like see the horizontal stream, but you know. Don't worry, I already took the image for the 69. It's in the screenshot. It's fine. But yeah, I'm doing something like this kind of things before. You guys can actually like watch this, I guess. Let me try to have like a talk about like something called like what I'm gonna say again? Something called a male VTuber effect, okay? Oh, if people have no idea what a VTuber is, like this is a very good way to kind of like show to you guys like what VTuber is.
Yeah. In case you guys don't know, I am a VTuber. If you don't even know what that is basically a short term of a virtual YouTuber. Well, technically that is the old lingo. Nowadays, VTuber has become slightly more common rather than being very niche things. Let me show you guys what a VTuber actually is. As the virtual stands for, is the virtual side of a personality, or the avatars to represent you on the virtual side. Because when it comes to content creations, there's a few ways to actually do it. You just like record your voice and then put some video editing in there and then be done with it. And the physical one where you actually show your face, do acting, do a little bit improv, do more physical kind of like language that provide to people visually. Bonus point if you're hot. And sometimes when people are a little bit shy, they don't really want to show their face, but they're comfortable with like showing their voice, they will use like some sort of like cartoon artwork or like maybe some things they commissions to actually like draw them in a very illustrative way to kind of like show them and represent their face for the channel. VTuber is essentially a much more advanced version of that. And yes, we are not AI. Only one technically exists. You would think about the natural progression of this kind of stuff, you would think there's like a very natural understanding this would progress to this point, but most common people just think VTuber are AI. This might even surprise you even more. People who watch anime don't really know what a VTuber is. And sometimes you told them like what a VTuber is, even they kind of like stump that those things are not AI. The idea of a walking talking anime still kind of surprise them sometimes. Well, nowadays there's a little bit much more diversities when it comes to like the design of VTuber's character, but the origin of VTubing characters is basically a very hyper close reference of being a walking talking anime characters. Alright, that will be a very short introduction of a VTuber. I'll make a few more videos like maybe like male VTuber debuff or like this and that yet stuff, kind of expands more people knowledge and understanding about what a VTuber is. To be honest, in order to cure a male VTuber debuff, the main thing is actually getting more people into VTubers instead of just the original starting point, how a VTuber become a thing in the first place. So, see you guys in the next video, and have a...
Yeah, by the way, answer to your questions, like Angel, yes, a lot of people still think like VTubing is AI. Heck, they don't even understand the concept of like going, like if you're going to, like imagine like your uncle or like someone just like older than you, like 10 years old or 5 years old. They will like ask you like, how do you actually earn money in the internet if you do like art commission stuff? They don't understand the concept of you drawing in the internet and receive money in the internet. You have to explain it in a way that they can understand. So why do you think they can't understand the concept of VTubing? And also, are VTuber AI or not? Here's the thing about like why people think VTuber is AI. Let me try to like find this thing. The what again? Let me go and find it. Generally, a lot of people from the slightly older generation, around like the late 30s or like mid 30s years old, they are still like a lot of people, even like in the late 20s, they still like confused about like that particular thing. Is because this particular thing. Hold on, let me try to find it. Hologram. Yeah, this one. Okay, let's try to go and find this. Gate box. Okay. Clock. Is it clock? Yes, this one. So a lot of people get like a, this thing is like a video from 8 years ago, okay? It's kind of like before VTuber is a thing. So a lot more people have misconceptions that VTuber is AI is mainly because of this. Try to think about this. 4 million people that have a decent amount of anime culture watcher. Imagine like most of the like social media stuff that posted this, like in Facebook or in Twitters. So this is not just the only view. So way more people have a certain level of misconception from this video. So there's still lots of people have strong impressions of VTuber is an AI just because of this thing. Hatsune Miku, Kizuna Ai. Technically Kizuna Ai is not AI, but still, it kind of like her entire story kind of like frame around that is a Hatsune Miku that have a human pilot. But not a lot of people actually can accept or like understand the concept of it. They know what a Miku is, but when you look at the it's basically it's a AI anime that can like talk to you, kind of. Technically, it's not even AI, but the story is like she's an AI, but still, it's basically like so like when people see a VTubers, they just have the conceptualization of that. In Malaysia's, actually, most people will actually like think about that too. Yes, that become like an issue that lots of people actually mistook VTuber as AI for many times. Even now, if you just like open like a VTuber booth in some sort of like conventions, show them like VTuber as a technologies, okay? Go to a technology conventions and show like how the camera tracking for like VTubers, how a VTuber works, this and that other stuff. People will just walk past you if you just like show a lot of like VTuber clip, and they will actually go and ask you, hey, is this made with AI? This is what they will ask you. Literally. They thought every VTuber is actually Neurosama.
Hi there, Kirivaku here.
So,
in case
another thing that I want to like show, like, the things like about like the male VTuber curse that I made is a video. Yeah, that's like a very big gap with like normal people understanding. They can't even understand the concept of like a art commission is for most people. So telling them VTuber have like someone behind the camera doing this thing is very difficult. Actually, here's the thing. My stream, there's many times actually I show my face and my VTuber both together to kind of like dispels the misconception for lots of people. I know some people just like, you know, like a funny meme, they would just come here, hey, face reveal when, and then I'll be like, ta-da. Sorry if people on the vertical side, they don't know what the heck that what the heck did I just do. But yeah, I have my face like stream right beside my the model time to time to show people that actually like VTubers like have like a human behind it, like literally. Epic. So yeah, it kind of like function like that.
Hey.
So this is like some things about like male VTuber stuff. If you guys don't know what is male VTuber debuff, I can actually explain it now, but it's better to show like I made this kind of content. I'm not sure it's like a good content or not, to be honest, as a like a, you know, YouTube content. Maybe if you guys like it, I will make more of this, like really like rough sketch version of me. Just do a lot of like talking and stuff.
Remember the last time I talked?
Oh, male VTubers stuff is like, I've been talking a lot about this even in the past because I understand a certain things that a lot of people misunderstood, like male VTuber is. Some people are very bitter as a male VTuber because like they know like a random female VTuber just like debut, they have like 10k people watching her, while a dude like doing like a debut, they get like 0 people watching them. Sometimes they even do like birthday stream karaoke or something, and then like a birthday karaoke, and then they try to sing their lung out, and then they realize that there's like 0 view. They want to do a lot of interactive activity, but there's 0 people like joining that male VTubers. Even a female VTuber, they just randomly put like it's my birthday, there will be a lot of people say happy birthday to them. But for male VTubers, they generally don't get that. So essentially, I would say this is my advice to give you. Just don't expect when you are a male VTuber to get like a VTuber culture treatment. Unless you are knee deep into the VTubing cultures, it's really difficult for you to like get noticed within the VTubing cultures, because this particular thing is what I call a spot effect. Okay, try to think about this. I say this spot, immediately what kind of things you kind of like imagine? Football, basketball, golf. You would just think a lot like the first image flash in your brain is a dude, right? VTuber essentially have the same effect, but ironically on the opposite end. So it's basically when you say those kind of things, people would just have like a first choice bias to choose a female VTuber first. Imagine there's like 5 VTubers streaming the same game. Only there's 5 VTubers streaming the same games. 4 of them are dude, and one of them is female VTubers. People would have the first thing they would click is to click the female VTuber first, and then maybe she's a very bad gamer, or like she just like stay silent, don't talk to people at all, or she's like fucking rude, act like a bitch, and then people will be like, oh, this is a bitch, I'm going to move to the other guy. The male VTuber will always get the second choice. They will always get the second choice. Unless you decided to do something. Here's the thing. Yesterday I did talk about this with Mute. About this thing. We have this thing that is like the advantage of female VTuber is guys and girls will like a very attractive female model. Guys can look at a female model, guarantee say, woohoo! And then girls can see a beautiful female model. They're also, wow, it's beautiful. For a dude, it's either you look very handsome or something, and then they attract the female side of the audience, or you are those kind of like bro kind of like streamers, and then you attract the male side of the viewer. You only can choose like one side. That is like one of the issues for like male VTubers most of the time. So either you are knee deep into the VTubing cultures, like Jewel, not Jawul or Jewel. I don't know how to like Porcelain Maid. Okay, he basically play into like the VTubing cultures as a guy using a female model. Most of the time, when a guy use a female model, people would just say, "Boo! You scammed us!" something like that. Or betray their feelings of like, see, ooh, beautiful lady, click into it. And then he have the deepest voice that you can ever hear. And then they'll be like, ah! Yeah, that's the thing. So, for Porcelain Maid, he play into the fact that on the VTubing cultures that, yeah, I'm supposed to like possess like a dude body, but I went in this the fucking doll. I can't get out because it's played so well on this kind of like concept. A lot of people like him because of that. So it's like either you play ball with the entire VTubing cultures, or you just be yourself as a dude. Then being a dude, you just have that, you just have that like few option you can kind of like choose. That's the thing like about like VTubers. Male VTubers. So it's much more difficult. I know a way to actually help people out on the male VTuber debuff, because the first choice bias, this and that bias, all those kind of things is actually built up from I don't think I should talk about this thing. I can like give a much more heavy emphasis why the VTubing cultures people would see and watch like more female VTubers. Like the first established line of thought is female VTuber than male VTuber. I can show this thing.
Alright, I have to stop it here before I get a copyright claim.
Her name is Hatsune Miku. If I see one more of you call her the Fortnite girl, I'm gonna freak out.
More or less the grandmama of a voice that has been represented by a virtual character. While the voice is digital, but still at the end there's a virtual character that represents the entire software and the voice tone itself. And I'm talking about this is because like last time I talked about the male VTuber debuff, what it is, but I never really emphasized on why it happened in the first place. You are looking at the source right now. Hatsune Miku is actually a very incredibly important icon within the anime pop cultures. She may or may not be the first one, but she is also undeniable the most popular one out there to represent something virtually with avatar. Due to her popularity, obviously having like a virtual avatar to represent something, and while she is a software that does singing, idol stuff, dancing, and everything, it kind of like I say again, pre-attached to them. She was released in somewhat come late in the August 2007. It was like around the time when the anime weeb era is still a little bit niche things, with a pre-established anime fanbase having something framed as a AI virtual female anime characters. She did manage to attract quite a lot of male fanbase because of that. So with the idol cultures, like basically they just have even more higher base on the male viewership fanbase. You kind of can see like what I'm building up here, right? And here comes the second catalyst from after like having this kind of a pre-established virtual character.
Basically, because of that, the basic of like male basic of like VTuber viewer cultures mostly is guy that willing to watch like, you know, virtual female characters. Because Hatsune Miku kind of like established that point. It's not just because it's idol cultures and stuff, it's more like they established something guys would click into it if it's a female virtual characters. Try to think about this, like Vocaloid have male character in there too. It's not like they have like super famous male Vocaloid characters. The Twin have a dude there, obviously. That is more like a female looking, more like Frame have like that female looking face in the first place, so people just don't mind. And then there's like the blue hair dude. I can't name everyone. I just like you guys like know who they are when I say it. There's like the blue hair guy for Vocaloid. He is also very fucking famous actually. But on the female side, female side of a viewer, okay?
The build up. Kizuna Ai. This is her first appearance as a virtual YouTuber, which while Hatsune Miku is a very popular digital virtual icon, but Kizuna Ai is a little bit different. She basically is kind of framed like Hatsune Miku, but instead of using a Vocaloid software to voice her, to create her own voice, she actually have a person behind it doing the mocap and doing the voice of the characters. She also does singing, dancing, sit there and have a nice chat with you, all those kind of stuff, but there's like an actual human-based interaction in there. Of course, like as time passed, like she built up a very big fan base too, but again, still pre-established starting and then pop it off as a female. So you kind of can start to see here like the general tone that has been set, that when it comes to virtual characters, like people just immediately have pre-established the first thing to think about it is girls. So when VTuber is starting to pop off, like still at the end, like a lot of people still kind of pre-program it in a way for the existing audience is watching virtual characters is going to be girls. Like again, it's not like male VTuber doesn't exist, but when people are going to watch it, they kind of expect to see a female rather than male.
Yeah, that's the thing, that main point I want to talk about. Like how to get out of this curse. Actually, it's very easy. You just don't need to. You just stream what you do. You don't need to target on the VTubing side of like the audience, the pre-existing audience that would just gravitate toward like female, on like female VTubers, because you just do things like outside the box, then it's fine. Look at Shindings. If you guys don't know who Shinding is, okay, I'm trying to find him. Shindix. I keep calling him Shindings. Okay, this dude, he essentially is a VTuber, but his audience have zero. I think like this thing, like his audience has zero VTubing culture people. Okay, his viewer generally is internet meme and kids, because how interactive stream is. Like if you guys want to try it out, my stream actually is quite interactable too. So I can do something like this. I'll do something like this.
Objection!
Like, I can have a lot of interaction when it comes to my stream, but this guy is one higher level when it does this kind of things.
有没有一款游戏可以满足 MMORPG 社交的需求，又有动作游戏的爽快感，还有现在最流行
Oh, this one, I shouldn't like harm people that way. Just going to
Very epic interactions.
Hold it!
Twitch chat engagement is a key part to a successful stream, so I force my viewers to keep chatting by linking their chat velocity to stream quality.
See, he can do
I
something
put my
like
Twitch
this.
chat on treadmills, and the faster they spam the chat, the faster they run.
So it's a
the
very
faster they
interesting
run,
stream
the better
while
the stream
he is like a
quality.
VTuber.
They were forced to keep chatting if they wanted to keep watching a high-quality
His
stream.
stream
And some viewers
is-
needed a little bit of extra motivation.
We never play video games anymore. I'm not just here to do like
again, like his stream is so interactive to a point that is entertainment in a different way. It gravitates toward like different kind of audience. He is like basically my best example that you are a VTuber, you don't necessarily have to tap into the VTubing kind of like slice of pie there.
crazy chat interactions for you. Even though that's fun, it's like it takes a lot of time to set them up. Wait, hold on. Can you still see the game? No. Wait, is the video still out? Okay, I think I know what the issue is. Hold on. Hey guys, the video went out. It's
Yet he does all this thing live, you know.
static. You're not even running? Dude, I'm streaming right now. We need a clear picture.
Running is hard.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
I'm tired. I haven't eaten in
He
3
have this
days.
like expansive TTS and like a lot of like bot system working. Like he custom made like a lot of like bot command stuff.
Hold on, let me check. Yeah, the stream is still no one can watch anything. I need you guys to be running to power the stream.
I haven't seen the sun in my 18 years of life. Let me see the light of the surface.
We don't want to see the stream, Shin.
I need to see some running.
Yeah, the entertainment is come from his chat
Now, that's better. Thank you.
and him
Dino
working
dance,
together.
Dino dance, Dino dance, Dino dance.
Sure, whatever, as long as that keeps you running.
I'm fast AF, boy.
Spam the chat, meet the chat velocity quota, and we can have a very smooth and productive stream. We good with that? I'm in between internet providers right now, so this is really helping me out. I appreciate it. All right, we are so back. Sorry about that, guys. I just got a different... I'm in between internet providers, so I have like a temporary solution. It's not Starlink, it's something better. It still doesn't look great. It's still a little staticky. Hold on, let me check the stats. Oh, I see the problem. Okay, 1 second. I'll be right back. Team 3! It's still blurry. Excuse me? You're in the yellow. We need you all green. There we go. Team 3.
I know
thank
how
you.
he does this actually. I'm using Streamer.bot. I can do some similar things too. But it takes ages for me to program stuff. I really hope like someone is actually doing programmer stuff that can help me program this kind of stuff.
There we
I
go.
know how to do it, but it takes
That's what we
ages for
wanna
me to do
see.
it.
Everything seems to be working fine now. So I need to get up there with the ladder. Yeah, I need a ladder for sure. Yeah, anyway, I was saying, I'm in between switching ISPs. I messed up my planning, so previous service cut out before the fiber could get installed. So I had to get a temporary solution to be able to stream, and I hope it still looks good. I'll just keep this little indicator up here, so we know who we have to adjust.
Jin, we're getting tired. Can we take shifts?
Hold on 1 second. Just got a message on my phone. I gotta deal with something.
You actually just earn a shit tons of money that way because like the TTS you have to pay to actually chat, and those guys is just paying everything.
Who's getting tired? You don't look really tired to me. Seems like you're running at full speed.
Shin, can we get some water?
Shin, this sucks. I'm tired.
Wait, who said that? Oh, wait, stop.
Fix it.
Everyone stop. Can you have a break?
Yes.
There's a water cooler right here.
I'm tired. I need a nap.
Mr. Shin, please, I haven't seen my family in 5 years.
We need to present a united front, guys.
Kill the fish.
There's no need to talk about killing each other or unionizing or any of that funny stuff. Let's just take this time to stretch our legs out. You're gonna be running for a very long time. You don't want to get a cramp or anything. It's only like what, a 3 to 4 hour stream. You can run for that long. It's like a marathon. It's fine.
I was a coal miner before this, and the conditions were better.
Okay, let's just start at a simple brisk pace. Just a little jog. It's chill. Okay, guys. There's just some stuff happening with my temporary ISP, so the...
Yeah, actually, like, we can do something like that too. Hold on a little bit. Like the effect and stuff. I'll drag down my OBS and show it to you guys. Right now, okay, I can show it here that my character right now is this one. I can move him. Yep. And then I scroll down and find this VTubers. Okay, I go to filters. Okay, this is my filters. I will try to play with some things. Oh, actually, I should show you this. I actually already have the plugin for this kind of stuff too. User defined shaders, okay? User defined shaders. I can go to load a effect file. I have an effect file. Hold on a little bit. Not this, actually. I think it's this one. Yes. So I go to browser. I can load a lot of like different kind of like shaded effect file. Okay. I will be loading maybe CTR, visit CTR. There's a chroma, bulge. What is CTR? So the static one. Let's see. No, I forgot which one is which. Hold on. Is it this one? I think it is. But yeah, now you guys are kind of like see like this. I look very weird, funny right now. Okay. And then I can like increase like different things. I can scale it. Oh, this is ASCII. I just look like freaking ASCII for this. Or I can change the different one. Okay. Change the different one. Let's see what I can change. Let's go for a... hue, halftone, motion blur, matrix. Matrix. See? We can like basically do a lot of things like this. Change like how the things like coordinations, the lumen of this thing. Or like the minimum, how much it shows. The ratio. Like a lot of things I can like do touching upon it to kind of make things works. And you can actually target the scaling by doing like lots of things. Let's have there's a pixelation, this pie, perspective, rainbow, and also ripple, rounded, selective, shine, simple, specular shine, swirl, terra, two-piece. VCR. Yes, this one. Yeah. And then I need to add some vertical height, I guess. Increase the stripe, this and that, other stuff. And then I can go around and use a chroma key and then key out the black one. Custom colors. And then I go for the black. And then press OK. Oh, no. The black is a little bit too much. Ta-da! The fun part about this, I can just like do a lot of things, but it does takes my computer's power a lot. Back in the days, I have like a much more like better user-defined stuff. I do quite a lot of like cool stuff back in the days. Right now, it's just like most of the things is just like basic stuff. But again, like I can do quite a lot of things, and I can show you like the software I'm using right now. It's called the streamer.bot. He used the second version. He used another version of it. I personally use streamer.bot. It's much more easier for me to do a lot of stuff. So you can see like it have a lot of command and stuff. I can do like a lot of things for fun. And let me try to go for this one. Okay, I have a special interaction called fuck you. So I have an if statement written into it. So when this thing exceed like a certain number, if I use the exclamation mark ultra, the system will restrict you to keep using ultra. Okay, so I use it again. Oops. And you can see how I'm going to detect this thing. I can click into it. Every single actions that got triggered, it actually have a lot of like data and stuff in here. So this is like a counter. How many times have you used this? How many people already used this thing? And then this user counters. So how many times you have used this particular thing, particular command. So I said like if people overuse this thing like 3 times, and they won't do it again. They will just say, fuck you. Fuck you, I won't do it. So this is the third time. So you can see. If I scroll down again, see? My counter is like 3 at the moment right now. Because I use it 3 times. And if I use it the 4th time, the system will just like say fuck you to me. So I set like a thing that can like stop people abusing command stuff. If I really wanted to, I can like do a lot of things with that. I can make my stream like super interactive too, but again, like those things takes a lot of time to actually do it. What was I again? How did I even get into this conversation? Oh yeah, like about the what again? VTubers, male VTuber debuff. Okay. So generally, yeah, the only solutions actually is either you play balls with like the VTubing cultures a lot, or you have to go for the style like him. Not like just do what he does. Basically, like go to find a better pasture. Don't need to always stay in like the VTubing culture. You can be VTubers and a male VTuber, in fact, but you just don't need to attract, like find your way or expect to attract like the VTubing communities, you know? Because generally, it's really hard to win them. It's so freaking hard to win them into your VTubing streams, just because like again, like all the debuff I talk about, all the bias that people would like immediately go for, and those kind of stuff. So that is like the general case about that kind of thing. And then welcome to the Kirivaku TED Talk. Now you know a lot more about male VTubers. This is why like the male VTuber like drama stuff is like happening like here and there. Some people decided to like put a say to it, but I can definitely say like there's still a lot of people that don't really know why it's a thing. Like Cha-Cha talk about it, but she may have some point, but also at the same times, she missed a few points. So a lots of people like add like more point to it, like just further turn it into chaotic situation. Now it become like a drama that male VTubers like this and that other stuff. And there's a lot of bad actor in male VTubing scene too, because like I say again, a lots of females doing VTubing, so a lots of like people like become a VTuber with some sort of bad intention. Niji Sanji is already half of them doing that just because of that. So it's kind of hard to like support them this way. It's like, so it kind of like made like the entirety of like the, again, like VTubing cultures for the communities, that the way they kind of view like male VTubers is kind of already in a quite bad light. So when you talk a lot about it, it's like a lot of people just like become VTuber because they want to date the female VTubers. A lot of people see it that way. You can't really like flip over that fact from just being a good from just like having collab with like female VTubers with like a good, and even you have good intentions, people will still view you in some other way. So that is like kind of like the issues everyone will have, and especially when people are memeing a lot about that, it kind of like makes it kind of worse, to be honest. It's not I don't find the meme funny, because a lot of people actually do that. And since I also like in the VTubing culture stuff, if I just give it a scenario, even though I didn't come in with this kind of intentions, okay, I just want to be a anime man, to be honest. So if one day the only people that I interact with is just female VTubers at this point, and then one day actually like something happens, and then decided to have some romantic relationship, that obviously I'm just going to like have a romantic relationship with like a female VTubers more or less in the futures, if that actually happened, if I'm lucky enough. But that kind of proved that point, right? If that actually happened, I'm in that social circle, so eventually the most people I interact with on the female counterpart is just going to be a VTubers. It's not like I don't want to choose someone else. It's like I lock in my house, okay? I can't even get out of my house. The most people I interacted with is either A, my viewer, or B, like VTubers. So yeah, unless I'm fucking gay, I guess. So that at that point, I can't deny the fact that the meme is not real. Okay, it's just ironically running in the parallel line. Like most of the time when I say it, the situation would be very complex if that actually happens. And then that's the thing. If you are in that social circle, the most people you will interact is either A, artists, B, managers, C, VTubers. Like generally, not lots of people want to collab with like VTubers, like streamers. Like they would like reluctantly like collab with VTubers. It's just felt weird, like having like an anime character and then like an actual person like that streaming together, like those kind of things. It's really rare for like flash like streamers decided to want to interact with like VTubers. And mostly it's just, again, like in the streaming scene, quite a lot is just dude, okay? And then in female in like VTubing scene, quite a lot is female. So it can make the streaming even more awkward. Back in the days, I think like the most streamer interacted like streamer is actually Protestic P from like MSR. So like she actually have lots of interactions with lots of like female VTubers, because just like, you know, she kind of behaved like one already in the original forms. So even like in RL, and she's a girl, so like it's like more of the things that, you know, people are just having a girly party, those kind of things like that. So that's way more like real life streamers. When even it comes to it, it will be like female RL streamers with like VTuber female streamers. It was just going to be like that. And I think like if like dude decided to come into like the female like streamer community circle, only a few actually get a pass, like Heavenly. If you guys don't know who Heavenly is, it's like if I remember well, it's like Meat Break and Heavenly. This two person is like Zentria friends. Zentria actually interact with a lot of dudes, so like it's kind of like people are giving a pass for that, and they kind of like can get into most of the VTubing kind of collab stuff just simply like they started with they kind of like Zentria started to interact with them first. So as time passes, kind of like things become more and more, and then also like oh no, Bricky is different. Bricky is like from Tara kind of like community first. So it's really depends. It's really circumstantial when it comes to like real life like streamers and like VTubers that kind of collab with each others. So it's really difficult. And as I like the two that I already stated, the example that when they are like interact with like the VTubers, yeah, it's dude interact with girls. And imagine like the girls having like a very high like those kind of parasocial fan base. You see a real life guy interacting with their favorite like female VTuber, like there will be some drama happening behind the scene. Most people just don't give a shit about it. And Zentrea like communities, they all are fine with it. Matara communities, they all are kind of fine with it too. But like when people kind of like have like super like parasocial kind of like relationship, like the moment they mention they know a guy, and then people would just like flip out. Imagine a crony just say like, "Hey, I met this guy," and then everyone just like exclamation mark in the chat. This is why Hololive people almost never mention a male counterpart of anything, even when it comes to staff. They would just mention Yago. The only guy that can be mentioned in Hololive is just Yago and their family. They cannot mention a single dude things. Fauna technically like left Hololive. It's not really like management issue. Sometimes it is management issues. It's more like the strict rule they have that they cannot mention a single dude. She have a boyfriend, and then when they kind of want to get married, I won't really say it's issues. It's more like they decided to, you know what, I cannot do this if I'm gonna get married. So like I'm just gonna retired for as graduated as like a Hololive streamer, like those kind of things happens. So yeah, like that's for her case. Like there's a lot of different people have different case, like different agency have like different view on like this and that stuff. And what time is it already? Holy shit, I've been chatting for so long, I forgot I'm I got way past my drawing stream time. Alright. There's so much thing we can chat about, but still, I need to focus on my work, okay? People paid me to do it. I have to do it. Yesterday, I like spent more time like chatting rather than drawings because I need to wait for the green light for my client, because like he haven't replied me on like this post is good or not, because I don't want to like almost finish halfway say, hey, I talk about like standing pose, can you keep doing the standing pose instead of this kneeling one? So yeah, here's the thing, originally he wanted me to do like a standing pose, but I feel like kneeling one is kind of a look better if I need to contain them within this like ratio, because standing I'm going to draw them like really small. So I want to draw like a full body, but still at the end kind of like, zoom in more. You can see more of the detail. If I draw a full body in this kind of ratio, the detail is just barely, it will become like people barely can see it. Like those kind of stuff. And also, guys, hydrate. Remember, drink some water. I'm drinking water right now. I talk too much. My voice is going away. Generally, because of the high-pitched voice, is actually not really, not really good for me sometimes. It's not good for long drawn conversations. This one is much more easier because I relax my vocal cord. I can actually use this thing much more. But again, I'm an anime technically anime teenagers. My VTuber face. So having this voice and this face just doesn't match. So yeah. Like even the higher pitched voice, like it's some things that I usually like talk with too. So like it's not like I'm straining myself. It's just maybe yesterday I talk a lot, and then today I'm also like talk a lot. Kind of like, you know, my voice is slowly going away from just the sheer amount of yapping I have. I know. I usually kept this voice like shut because my friend did say this thing many times. Especially my female friends, they just like, don't use that voice, it's dangerous. I don't know. Yeah, they did say like my voice is like, because they used to hear my high pitched voice. The moment I use this voice is like, you know, for them it's like, this is what they quote unquote told me back then. Is like basically it's like, why your voice suddenly become so sexy? I bet no, this is just my normal voice. You know, when I speak English, like this is generally how I sound like. I speak Cantonese. I have a much more lower tone voice, and similar with my English, I also have a way more lower tone voice when I'm speaking. When I speak Mandarin and some other language, my voice would go on a slightly higher pitch. Just the fact of multilingual and stuff. My voice is not even that deep, to be honest. It's just, yeah, like this is what it is like. The fact that your reactions is same with my other friends' reactions. Again, is most likely case. Again, my voice is not that deep. All right, it's just because I always use on the higher pitch voice. And when I get tired or when I get sick, my voice become like this, and then they'll be like, "Ooh, what the fuck happened?" And then be like, yeah, this is just me." And also my speech pattern doesn't really match up with this voice either, so yeah. It have a very big effect the moment I use it. When people kind of like already like get used to it, then that would be like a little bit different. It's actually much more funny. Like I say again, like this many times is like often there will be a lot of people like you hear like some, if I can sound like this and then I can sound like this, they would try their best to detect like which voice is he faking. And then they will try to listen to my VOD. Like when I use this voice, like they will like try to hear the inconsistency, like which one have the most inconsistency. Then they'll be like, "Hey, he faked this voice. Hey, he faked that voice." And I'll be like, "Sorry to tell you this, both is my voice." Didn't even try to fake it. It's just like both just how I naturally sound. Actually, it's like if I faked a voice, I cannot maintain it for a very long time. Imagine I decided to talk like this. This is actually very straining on my voice. And if I really want to talk, I can even talk like freaking Mickey Mouse if I wanted to. But and those voice is any voice that I can use for many occasions. And yeah, it's like those voice I just used actually is the voice that actually straining my vocal cord to actually push it out and fake it out to use. So it's not natural. This voice I can just use all full day with it. And even this voice I can just use full day with it. It's just the matter of fact how much energy energy I kind of push out my vocal cord. It's the same. If I'm just tired, I would just sound like this. If I'm just like having much more energy, I can just push out. It's just sound like this. It's the same. It's the same. And if I'm a little bit excited, my high-pitched voice would just like surface out. If I'm kind of like not really enthusiastic, my voice would just sound like this. Nah, I don't smoke weed. Actually, I don't even smoke. That's the thing. Like, I'm the saint in my friend group. Is basically that I don't do drugs, I don't drinks. Back in the days, I didn't even watch porn. Hey, I'm 30 years old. Obviously, ended her girlfriend. This is some things that I will walk to one day. But back in the days, on my younger days, yeah, I don't. Nah, I didn't smoke weed. I'm already high enough. If you guys don't know, the reason I actually don't drink is because my medical conditions, I'm already having vertigo and very dizzy. I don't want to further increase the suffering from that conditions. So I don't drink. It's not like I just fully ban myself from drinking. It's not like allergic to it. It's more like maybe sometimes I would take like a half a can and then just pour it into a glass and then give like the rest to my friends to drink, as like a celebration, those kind of things that, you know, you can't just like complete cut off things. Socializing, those kind of things still there, but I would just take my sweet ass time to drink that half of cup, half a can. So yeah. And as for smokes, I don't really smoke because my eldest brothers, which is like 12 years older than me, he smoked a lot in the house back in the days, so like I already absorbed enough like secondhand smoke, so I don't really like smoke because of that. So and here's the thing, I can hold my breath a very long time just because every single time I going past his room, I have to hold my breath. And in my university times, like you go to club, you have that kind of like ice breaking sessions. Like we go to the apartment with pool, and then I was learning how to swim in there. Actually, yes, I don't know how to swim, so they taught me how to swim for fun. And then after I learned how to swim, yes, within a day, they are very good teachers. They do a competitions like who can hold their breath in the water the longest. They found out I can just, at first they are just worried I'm just fine. They found out I can hold my breath for 3 minutes inside the water, I'm still fine. Because I already trained myself to be able to hold my breath for a very long time doing some stuff. Like, he doesn't clean his room. And you know, like smoke actually have like those kind of gunk and like, you know, like oily, make stuff like oily. So the floor is just sticky. So sometimes like I don't want my moms to just go in. She have a backpack, so like she can't like always clean the room. So I'll just like go to his room and then like clean, mop the floor, those kind of things. So yeah, it smells so bad. I usually just like hold my breath. And imagine like try to mop the floor holding your breath. So I eventually developed like a very good set of lung. just from holding my breath lots of times. So this is like part of the way that I don't like using my yeah, I don't like using I just don't like smoke because of that. To be honest, I live in city areas. I again like I see a lot of smokes in many places, and I just don't like it, you know. And I'll be like, nah. I just smoke is overrated. I don't need smoke. Smoke is stupid. I already inhaled too many smoke. Smoke from cars, secondhand smoke from smokers, like all those kind of things. And I'll be like, you know, fuck this. I'm just not gonna touch smokes in my entire life. And then as for corn stuff, it's very hilarious. Back in the days, okay, the posing, you know, you need to find like a guy that pose for you, and then you have to draw, and then also going around the world taking pictures for reference, this and that kind of things. Like, it's expensive, okay? How do you find a place that people doing lots of different poses in impossible angle? Scared to watch corn. So back in the days, actually, I do a lot of like you know, gesture drawing and stuff. I didn't know a lot of like gesture drawing, a free gesture drawing site. Like back in the days, it does exist, but it's really rare, and most of them is like paid service, so you can't really find it. So the free one, you can find it easily. Is actually just go to CCon. So you can kind of like see a lot of like different poses for you kind of like to draw in full naked body. It's much more easier that way. So in a way, I become a bit desensitized on this kind of stuff because I approaching it in a very, very different way. Okay. And the way I view things a little bit much more differently. So because of that, I consider like the saint of my group, or sometimes they question my sexualities. It's like, are you gay? And I'll be like, no, I'm not gay. I like girls. I see boob, I cheers. I see cosplayer, I cheers. Okay. I still like girls, okay? But but here's the thing, I kind of like treat everyone the same way. It's kind of like my personal philosophy that, you know, even your girls or guys or anyone, even kids, you kind of sort of realize, even when I talk to kids, I still curse a lot. I try my best not to, but still, generally, I will still do it. It's just basically I treat everyone the same. I don't give a shit like which gender you are, which race you are. Maybe like the way I do is a little bit rude to people. That means it's good. I am just equally an asshole to everyone. I treat people like people. Sensible people. That is how that's just how I normally interact with people. I guess most of my friends hanging out with me just because of that. And then sometimes like due to that, like in the internet, I do have a few like kind of like questionable kind of like company back in the days, and you know, a lot of people do ask me, why are you friends with that asshole? And then I'll be like, well, he's not asshole to me. That's the thing. If he's asshole to me, then the friendship's broken. If he's not asshole to me, and then yeah, when he talk about like the asshole shit he does, I will scold him actually. Either scold him or say like, you shouldn't do that, this and that other stuff. At least the best thing I can do is just trying to be friends with something like that, and then it's a growing process. Okay, I believe in everyone. It's like, especially people who just being rude to people, is just their life. They live their life as that is, and then that is like few things like entertainment for them. This is like how they actually do things, and stick with them, believe in them. This is a growing process. They can just become better persons, and they eventually will see that, and then they eventually will do more better stuff from the stuff that I talk to them. A lot of my friends like become like a much more better persons. It's they are the one who told me that. It's not like I glazing myself. Okay, a lot of my friends like become a better person just being friends with me. This is what they told me. And that's like one friend is basically is in real life friends. He is a gambling addict. Around the time he occurred a lot of gambling debt. Okay, and he back then I was like a little bit rich from like doing a lot of photography. So I don't use a lot of money, so I have a lot of money saved up. And he called me a lot of times that every single time like he have got into some pickle, he needs money, but he will lie in the most funniest way that I know that he's lying. So, but I will still give him money. And as time passed, he know that I know he's lying, and then he still take money from it. And most of the case he can't pay back, I still do that because I'm just a good friend. I know he's not that kind of person. Okay. Most of the case he can like get back. He's a very responsible person, despite being a gambling addict. So as time passed, you know, he no, we still being friends, sit around, having a drink, tea, not even beer. I sometimes like invite friends come to my house because my dad have a lot of like set of like different kind of tea, like Chinese like specialty kind of things, and then I also like to do those kind of like Chinese tea like therapy, not therapy sessions. It's more like like therapeutical like Chinese tea making sessions. So I often like invite my friends to drink together, and I brew tea for them, those kind of things, and then we just sit there and just chat a lot, like heart to heart, like face to face, heart to heart chat, like those kind of stuff. He actually moved away from his like family, just from don't get shit on. And yeah, like I said, like he's come from a divorced family. I said like, yeah, the closest one to you is like your mom's side. Even though you did some like stupid shit, family is still family, If you go back, say sorry, those kind of lots of things, like you can get your feet back up, And yeah, I can clearly see like he's being very alone just because of that. And then like times passed, he'd be like, you know what, I managed to like convince him to like just go back to his family and stuff, and his life like changed over just because of that. And right now I'm his like kid's godfather. Okay, he's starting to reset his life, doing like a lots of good jobs and stuff, doing overseas works, and then have a good life now, and have a wife, have kids, all those kind of things. And yeah. It's really depends. Like the me from back then and the me from now is clearly have a little bit difference the way I treat people, but still that personal philosophy of me still stands. All I can do is just hope no people take advantage of that side of me, because I will still choose to believe people even they lie to me, because I want to believe the benefit, the good side of the people. I know there are evil people exist. Okay, I've been betrayed before, and yeah, like I said again, because of that experience, the way I treat people is slightly different now. It's with a little bit more cautious, but still, I'm still me. It's just with a little bit guard up, just that. And again, hydrate a little bit. I might actually have to like move my like YouTube channel to the different one, because I kind of like late to stream on that side of schedule for a very long time. But yeah. That's a lots of things that I can talk about, those kind of stuff. It's like, the story about like the kids cry wolf. If there's like no people who decided to always believe him, knowing that he's lying, when actual stuff happened to them, is going to, not going to be great for him. It's a growing process, and beside that, it's like a kid, the boys who cried wolf, not like a guy who cries wolf. If like a grown ass adult to do that, you know that guy is just trolling you for fun, and you just You know, he can take care of himself. If he got into shit, those kind of stuff. But if you know it's a kid doing that, yeah, benefit of the doubt that it's a growing process for them. Believe in people potential of being kind persons. You know that guy. I believe that guy is because I know him. And there are people that beyond help that you shouldn't. Yes, I'm a kind person, but I'm also a very stern person too. There are people who should be giving a chance of. There are people who shouldn't. Because you already gave him a chance. They didn't notice. And then, yeah, you just have to cut off them. That's just like normally how I function as a human most of the time. Let me... Okay, I'll be moving to the other stream, so you guys like hop into the other one. I'll be back. Over there.